Hey look, a new episode of the podcast is up from Intentional Academy Live. Here we actually did a Q&A session and we answered 4 questions that callers gave us. Go check it out, we're really excited about it. And by the way, if you have questions you'd like answered, you can go right there and leave a message for us and we will. We'd love to help you out, so drop a line. So I'm super excited that we got another episode of the podcast up, but the audio quality's got me bothered a little bit, and so let me just show you what I'm talking about. Here's a little clip.
All about getting coffee for bosses. True story.
What I noticed is that Justin's voice is a lot louder than mine, and it's just because he was holding his mic closer to his mouth than I was when we did this recording. Here's a waveform representation of it. That's Justin. That's me. The problem with this is that if somebody's listening, they're going to turn it way up to hear me, and then all of a sudden Justin will be shouting in their ears. So my plan for today is to first take Luke to the park, and then when we get back and put him in for his nap, I'm going to learn a new piece of software. This is Audacity, and it is a free audio editing software, and I'm going to take a little short course on lynda.com to figure out how to use it. But first, the park. Alright, so I just checked the fluid levels in the car, and based on what we're losing per mile, we should be fine to take our climbing trip next week, so that's exciting. We're losing 1.5 milliliters per mile, so it's a very small jump. And yes, again, a road under construction. It's like a daily thing for me.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
It's a pretty but intimidating sky today.
Yeah.
Where you going, bud? Park was fun. Now Luke's down for a nap, and I'm gonna tinker with audio stuff. So I've got my leftover sangria from last night, a couple different headphone options, some wire. I've got this super fancy mic that a friend let me borrow. And of course the required adapter because Apple doesn't put any ports on their computers anymore. But before I get started, I need to have a serious talk with you. How has nobody solved the wire problem yet? iPhone charger, frayed and falling apart. iPad charger, frayed and falling apart. Bose noise canceling headphones, frayed and falling apart. Look, I had to repair this like that. Look, there's like these little splits everywhere. And I'm like careful with my stuff. It's very frustrating. And if you're having trouble hearing me, it's because we have a jet engine where most people have an air conditioning unit. And I'm only partially updated in my life. That one goes to my phone. I need that one for my iPad. So the first thing I want to test is my microphones. I want to see the difference between the built-in mic on my computer and this fancy thing, which will be hard because there's a jet engine in the background. Alright, so this is a test of the built-in mic talking at the volume that I would talk at while I was recording something. Let's see how it sounds. As you can see, I got a very teeny signal, unless I shout at this thing. Here I applied an amplify effect, so I can hear myself now, but that is the background noise caused by my air conditioner, and I think I can filter it out. Noise gone. This is pretty neat. Now I'm trying this big thing, and the audio is much better. This is the waveform it produced without any amplification. This is a cough that I'm going to delete. I found it. There's a tool called compression that levels out the volume without screwing things up in the audio, and I think that's what I need to start tinkering with. Again, this is Justin, this is me and Nicole. So you can see big difference in our volumes just by looking at the size of the waveform. Okay, so you can see the big differences between when Justin's talking and when we're talking. The compressor smooths that out. So we hit OK. Boom, new waveform. You can see it's a lot more level, but it's a lot more tiny. So the last thing we want to do is amplify this back to a regular volume. Boom. So now you see a good volume, and it is more or less uniform. You can't tell where it was that Justin's talking versus the rest of us. Okay, so that's really neat. Now I just need to do it to all the clips, and I guess I could redo the podcast real quick. So I'm going to tinker with it a little bit and just see what it's going to take to actually pull that off. Little man's back up so now, but I'm definitely going to tinker with it later on. Alright, Luke's in bed, and I am nerding out over this audio editing stuff again. Here we go. Alright, so it's lots of fun tinkering with it, but I gotta stop and go to bed. Maybe I'll learn more about it tomorrow. Audio editing. Yeah.